Hi everyone, I want to show you a nice example of a hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. So this patient actually has an apical variant hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, which actually in studies have been more associated with sudden cardiac death. She's a young woman whose son had actually had sudden cardiac death when he was playing sports at a young age. So this is her echocardiogram and the plaques view. You can see that the septum is and posterior wall are pretty thickened, but what is really dramatic is when we take a look at the apical four-chamber view, you see there's asymmetric hypertrophy of the apical segments. And if we were to look at the left ventricle in a zoomed up view, we can see it more clearly. When I see a picture like this, sometimes I would like I mean, this is a pretty good picture, but I would like to see a DEFINITY opacification just to really hone in on the diagnosis. It would have been really helpful to me in this case, however, was not done, which is okay. I think we have good enough pictures here, but there has been a good amount of cases where a patient may or may not have hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, that the walls weren't very clearly seen. So if you're suspecting it, always do DEFINITY. It really makes the diagnosis much more concrete and clear. So another thing I want to remind you when looking at somebody with this kind of pathology is to make sure there's no intracavitary gradient. We actually had done, the tech has done PW here at the LVOT, a little bit further in the LVOT, and then here, mid cavity and in the apex, and does not look like there's significant obstruction. The velocities for all intents and purposes look much less than 200.